Vikersund is in the district of Buskerud, in the municipality of Modum. So much for geography, and now back to sports. Today I have expert help on my side, the famous...
I'm happy to be here too. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Today we're in the qualification round. He can take it nice and easy. There are 72 skiers at the start, and the best 50 will qualify, well within his capability. Well, there was no improvement to be seen today, nor was there any deterioration. I suppose we can have a look at it. Wow, that was an exciting competition today, don't you think, Colin?
Yeah.
The wind isn't perfect today, is it, Colin?
Oh, well, not really, but there's a slight crosswind, you know. I don't think that's a problem, though, Mark.
An almost perfect job that is awarded with a very good distance. That's what you need if you want to go for victory. He kept his cool very well. Let's have a look at the replay. These are the results of today's competition, ladies and gentlemen. The three winners of the day, cheered by the crowd. Next time, things can turn out quite differently. We hope you'll be with us again. Mark Rafferty
And Colin Phillips.
take their leave of you. We're about 60 kilometers to the northwest of the Norwegian capital Oslo, in Vikersund. I'm sure that not only fans of the British team will be happy to hear that my co-commentator...
It's a great pleasure to me, my friends. Thank you very much for the invitation.
Some people still think that Telemark is an American TV star.
I beg your pardon.
Well, Telemark.
Oh, no, please. You promised me to leave your pals at home today.
He seems to have studied all the textbooks about ski jumping and learned them by heart. Well, at least the chapter about landing, that was perfect, wasn't it, Colin?
Yes, indeed. That was great. I didn't see the slightest mistake there. No.
Let's have another... Ski flying. That's what Vikersund is famous for. The ski flying world championships were held here in 1977, 1990 and 2000. But there's also a normal hill for ski jumping with a cape height of 90 meters.
But the skiers have achieved longer distances, Mark. Remember that the Norwegian Lars Buskerud set the hill record in 2001 with a distance of 110 meters.
Yeah, that's right, Colin.
What a memory. It's almost as good as your history knowledge.
Let's have a look at the overall ranking of this fascinating competition. The winners' fans are cheering, but the Zakopane, with its typical wooden houses, has always attracted artists. Today, of course, we're here to see the art of ski jumping. I have Colin Phillips.
At least I can support my home country in this way.
We have seen some exciting competitions in the World Cup lately, don't you think, Colin?
Yeah, well, that's true. I do hope this event will live up to our expectations, though.
You could use this approach in a video to teach the youngsters perfect posture. Thus, he manages to end his flight, but not without a slight mistake.
Yes, it's always a bit of bad luck if you can't do a proper landing and have to correct yourself that way to avoid a fall. That is a real nuisance.
Thanks to... I think we've seen... You know, let's talk again about the sudden drop in performance in ski jumping.
Yeah, okay, let's look at the German Sven Hannawald, for example.
Yeah, right. It's so strange what's been happening with him.
Just look at Janne Ahonen. In the 2002-2003 season, no one would have bet a single penny on him. And then he suddenly emerged in the Cup and the four-hill tournament, and the whole world was stupefied.
Do you think that Sven is still capable of something like that?
Well, I'm convinced he is, my friend.
I think this is worth having a second. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the final results. Zakopane lies in the heart of a beautiful mountain range, which naturally makes it one of the most popular holiday resorts in Poland. I have a special guest today, Colin Phillips. Would you...
It's a very different experience watching the others jump for one.
Today there's another competition of the Professional Leagues World Cup. It's not that easy to find the right wax mixture, but he got the optimal. There you can see what difference it makes in terms of speed.
But only if the posture is right.
But it does, 100%. Let's have a closer look. The slight breeze from behind shouldn't put anyone off.
No, if you want to be a pro, you have to cope with it. Otherwise, you're in the wrong place.
That's easier said than done. The hard work and training paid off. His posture is perfect, and the skis are fast as hell. You can see an upward trend in his performance, and I don't think there's one rival who still underestimates him.
All right, Mark, but he hasn't beaten me yet.
Nope. The replay will show us now. So, this is an overview of the final ranking, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an Oberstdorf is not only the venue for sports records, but also a natural monument. 3/4 of this region belong to a nature reserve. What's a host?
I would have liked to start myself, but it wasn't meant to be.
At first, ski jumping was a sport for amateurs. Commercialization only started in the 70s. From then on, the competitions were shown on TV so that people all over the world could watch them. It was about the same period that the number of professional jumpers increased significantly. The good flight is only of use to him if the judges appreciate it too. And that's what they did. A good performance, justly judged.
Okay, I fully agree with that, Mark.
Now there's a Slovene sitting on the start bar. In a few seconds he'll be on the in-run. But before that he has to check his bindings again to make sure he won't lose his skis on takeoff. These things happen. The takeoff is one of the technically most challenging phases in ski jumping. And as yet, he's not well enough in control. If he works on his takeoff, he'll probably be able to play in the top group in the near future. Here's the final ranking for you, ladies and gentlemen. After a thrilling competition, hello from the Allgäu Alps. If you have a look around at the panorama of these mountains, you can tell for sure that this is a health resort. The view itself is salutary. Colin Phillips, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the big names in British ski jumping. It's a great pleasure for me.
Next time I'll be competing again, that's for sure.
The most important thing in qualification is to make a secure landing, as 50 out of 72 skiers will qualify for the next round.
Oh, I got stuck in the qualification round once. That was so frustrating.
Was it?
Oh, horrible.
Now that was a jump that matched his actual potential. He's simply not good enough yet to perform better and to make long distances. Let's have another look at the week. Maybe we should talk about women in ski jumping too.
Oh,
As
yes.
in many other sports, the ladies hardly manage to emerge from the men's shadow.
Well,
I wonder why. Because they also achieve impressive distances. The actual record is held by the Austrian Daniela Rashka for 200 meters. I think the judges will have to give a maximum score. The landing was simply impeccable. Many jumpers will have looked at that with envy. That's exactly how anyone would like to end his flight.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Now we get the chance. Here's the final ranking for you, ladies and gentlemen. After a thrilling competition, next time all skiers Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, from Liberec, the historical town in northern Bohemia. Today I have Colin Phillips at my side, who will give us first-hand information about ski jumping. Hi.
Seeing all that bustle around, I'd really like to go up there and jump my...
And again, we can have a look at the best skiers for another World Cup event. There's no improving that, eh? Timing, explosivity, everything was 100% perfect. His performance today is not a surprise. It's neither better nor worse than the last time. He's just plugging along at the same level.
Chugging, even.
Let's take... The last Slovene World Cup winner was Primož Peterka at the end of the 90s. So it's high time a Slovene makes it to the top again, isn't it?
Yeah, this one might make it, Mark. Let's hope he's got the right wax mixture.
For a second I was afraid he would flunk the takeoff, but he did it quite well.
But you can do better.
Of course you can. It wasn't perfect, but it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Let's have a closer look at this jump in the replay.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see that.
Yeah. So, this is an overview of the final ranking, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an exciting competition today, and that's how we like it. So see you next time. It's goodbye. Today, we're at the Gjested mountain in northern Bohemia.
By the way, you can also do alpine skiing here in Liberec.
I have Colin Phillips with me, an institution in British ski.
At least I can support my home country in this way.
Once again, the best skiers in the world have to prove that they're well prepared for the World Cup season. Look at this. A very nice one. Maybe he didn't exactly find the best point, but this is worthy of a good distance.
Yes, absolutely. That's for sure.
Thanks to technology. Ski jumping developed from downhill at the end of the 18th century. The inhabitants of a small town in the province of Norway called Telemark probably got bored by always just racing straight down into the valley, so they started to jump over small elevations. At least that's the story spun by the sport historians about the origins of the sport. Let's have a look at the score. Wow, it's as good as his jump. That's great to see the judges daring to go that high with their mark.
But they didn't have a choice, Mark.
No.
This was an excellent performance that had to be rewarded.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the final results for your information. I'd be glad to have you with us again next Hello from Oberstdorf. This is the very south of Germany. We're just a step away from Austria, so to speak. Colin Phillips, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the big names in British ski.
Seeing all that bustle around, I'd really like...
The best skiers in the world are here again for another World Cup competition.
Well, I can't wait to see if they can keep up their high standards.
Maybe they can even improve on it.
Well, who knows? Let's just watch.
Great approach run, don't you think, Colin?
Yes, it couldn't be better. He's standing perfectly on these skis. If there were style points given for the approach run, he'd get maximum score here, Mark.
Yeah, but he also had some luck with the wax mixture. He chose the right part for these snow conditions.
And he's going down fast.
I suppose we separate. At the first ski jumping competition in 1893, which did not take place in Norway, but in Austria, a manure heap was used as a ski jump.
Oh, wow. That must have smelled really good. Fortunately, some things have changed in architecture.
You know what? I really prefer this type of skier. He's never satisfied with what he's attained, but he always tries to get a little better.
Yeah, that's true, Mark. He gets better with every competition. He almost scares me a little.
These are the results of today's competition, ladies and gentlemen. The three winners of the day. This is where the four-hill tournament opens every year, and so you know where we are today. Yep, Oberstdorf. Today I have Colin Phillips at my side, who will give us first...
It's a great pleasure to me, my friends. Thank you very much for the invitation, and hello, everybody.
Opening of the nation's... Would you tell us what the private Colin Phillips does in his leisure time? Maybe he grows roses or plays football?
Roses? Football? Well, I like football, but no, none of them, Mark. You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Oh, come on.
I love computer games.
No!
Yes, I do. It's great for relaxation, especially before competitions.
Today he's consolidated his performance with another good jump.
Excellent.
I think this is worth. The V-style technique was introduced at the end of the 80s, but the Swedish skier Jan Bokelov. Soon the entire world elite adopted it.
Good ideas catch on fast.
Yeah, at first he had a lot of points deducted at every jump because of his incorrect posture.
Ah.
There was no prize for him today. I'm sorry for him, but this performance didn't exactly deserve a better score. I'm allowed to say that, am I not?
Well, of course not. There's no need really to go easy on him. But who knows, right?
Great season for him. His performance is consistently good or even very good. And that's reflected in the ranking. He'll keep his place in the top 10. No way he's going to be pushed out.
No, I don't see that either.
He's the winning type. He's rightly at the top of the ranking. While others are unsettled by bad conditions such as lack of wind or poor visibility, he just goes for it and makes incredible distances. This is where he's better than most other jumpers. His takeoff was perfect once again. It's not that easy to find the right point for takeoff at such a high speed, is it, Tom?
No, not at all. Things go so fast up there that you sometimes have to feel intuitively when you have to take off. But he just did it perfectly.
Let's have a look at the replay. This ski jump was built in 1950 as an impressive wooden construction by the architect Heine Klopfer. Since then, it has never been renovated or modernized. Now that's how it's supposed to look.
Yep.
Calm posture, no fidgeting, no arm movement, and his chest bent far over his skis. No problem with his skis either. The wax is superb. His speed at takeoff will be amazing.
Well, it should be.
To me, he's one of the great surprises of the season. I wouldn't have expected to see him in the top 10.
No, me neither, Mark, but it's those shooting stars who make this sport interesting.
Great landing. His many fans out there on the screens will be rejoicing.
Yeah, absolutely, Mark.
Yeah.
That looked really good. Excellent landing. You know, putting the skis parallel is an art in itself, and he managed it perfectly.
Let's have a look at the overall ranking after this fascinating competition. The winners' fans are cheering, but the skiers on the second and third place can be satisfied too with their performance today, I think.
Me too.
And thanks to all the others who made today such an enjoyable day. So, see you next time. Mark Rafferty and the British ski jumping star Colin Phillips say goodbye to you now.
Ah, well, next time I prefer to be up there.
There you are!
I'm sorry, it's hell out there.
The area around Sapporo is notorious for its earthquakes. I hope the skiers make the earth tremble today. What's a host without an actual practitioner of sport?
Next time I'll be competing again, that's for sure.
We all hope that, and we keep our fingers crossed for it. This is the first day of the Nordic Skiing World Championship. Hope we'll all have a great time. You see, ladies and gentlemen, a good jump is awarded with a good distance. This certainly wasn't a top performance yet, but it has the potential for improvement.
It certainly has.
The replay. So, this is the result of the first round. I'm certain that not all... Now there's a Slovene sitting on the start line. In a few seconds he'll be on the inline. But before that he has to check his bindings again to make sure he won't lose his skis on takeoff. These things happen. Perfect start for his flight. The takeoff was excellent.
However, there's always a little bit of luck in it, but this one was precise and powerful. Yes, it was.
Let's have a look at the replay. Yet another remark about the so-called hill size. The specification is calculated at that point of the outline where there is still a 32% gradient. It's mostly a little less than the jury distance.
I couldn't explain it any better.
Improves from competition to competition and from jump to jump. Let's see how far up he could get in the ranking.
You should go way up, Mark, I think.
So this is an overview of the final ranking, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an exciting competition for me, and that's how we like it. We'll see you next. Hello from Sapporo. Do you remember the Winter Games of 1972, Colin?
You must be kidding. I was just a kid back then. It's a very different experience watching the other.
The last day of competition is always a highlight, ladies and gentlemen. So let's look forward to the last competition day of the Nordic Skiing World Championship. It's not that easy to find the right wax mixture, but we got the upgrade. There you can see what difference it makes in terms of speed.
But only if the posture is right.
But it does, 100%. Let's have... The field of skiers is on... Colin, did you know that it was in Sapporo that the oldest athlete who ever won a World Cup medal mounted the victory lap?
Let me think. Was it me?
It was the Japanese Takanobu Okabe. He won 2 bronze medals last year, and he that was a perfect performance there. Colin, don't you get a little envious when you see this?
Well, you want me to be truthful, don't you?
Yes.
No, actually, I'm happy for him. Believe me, I know how it feels to look up at the scoreboard and to see such an amazing scoreline.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the final results for your information. I'd be glad to have you with us again next time. And many thanks to my co-commentator, Colin Phillips.
Oh, thanks to you too, Mark. Thanks for having me. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.
See you next time. We're about 1 hour away from Helsinki in the town of Lahti. Today I have expert help by my side, the famous ski jumper Colin Phillips from England, who
I'm happy to be here too. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
He's one of the outstanding jumpers this season, and he's rightly at the top. His form peaks at the right moment. Many of his colleagues could still learn from him. He's a pro, absolutely concentrated in training and competition, the winning time. A good distance there. He'll leave some opponents behind him with that performance. The replay. What's wrong with the Russians? They once were very successful, but now...
Well, after the decline of the USSR, many ski jumps went to rack and ruin. There was no money, and more often than not, there was no will to keep on with the sport. Yeah, I think so too. We're in a small ski jumping community. I'm happy about every rival who ends his career.
Yeah. Let's hope that he doesn't put himself under too much pressure today. His chances are excellent. He can really make the top 3 skiers nervous now.
But only if his performance is perfect. He has to make an impeccable jump.
A textbook telemark. Everything was correct, from timing to pen and ski position. The spectators are enthusiastic, and rightly so. I think he can be sure to earn a great deal of praise from his coach.
Well, he should do.
There aren't many rivals left for him. It's amazing. His performance, and at that age, his distances are virtually always around the Cape or even further.
Yes, I take my hat off to him. Great stuff.
That was an okay landing, though. I've seen many a jumper who would have been happy to end their flight like that.
Yeah, that's right.
And of course, there's always 1 or 2 things you can improve. That goes without saying. Now, Colin, what's your comment on this performance?
Well, there's not much to criticise, actually. His performance is good, he's calm, and in complete control of the situation. I'd say the only thing he still lacks a little bit is routine and level-headedness.
With this performance, he stays within the bounds of his possibilities, as opposed to satisfied with it.
Oh, yes, and rightly so. It can still be enhanced, but he can certainly live with it.
The strong tailwind might become a real problem.
Yes, this kind of wind pushes you down, so that it's difficult to control the takeoff from the jump table, Mark.
You could use his approach in a video to teach the youngsters perfect posture, thus a minimal air resistance, and it looks very fast. Here's the final ranking for you, ladies and gentlemen. After a thrilling competition, next time all skiers have the chance to go for gold. Until then, I say cheerio and adios to my co-commentator, Colin Phillips.
Well, thanks very much there, Mark. It was a pleasure being here, really. I had great fun. Maybe not quite as much as being one of the jumpers myself, but maybe next time. See you soon. Bye now. Take care, everyone.
Goodbye. Today we're stopping over at Lake Vesijärvi, in the Finnish town of Lahti, to be precise.
What's the lake called?
Vesijärvi.
Oh,
I'm sure they're not only fans of the British team.
I would have liked to start myself, but it wasn't meant to be.
This is the start of the Nordic tournament. Pleasant anticipation or tension, Colin?
Well, if you're not taking part, you can lean back and enjoy it.
Yes, you can. That was a good jump. Not a very good one. And the score reflects that. I think the judges made a wise decision. Thanks to technology, we can look at the replay and be clear about things. Wow, that was an exciting. At the beginning, the posture was much more important in ski jumping than the distance.
No wonder. If you look at old pictures, the skiers are as straight as a ramrod, and they thrash the lines around like mad. I would call this aesthetic.
I suppose he surprised himself the most with this jump. That was a downright sensational performance.
Absolutely sensational.
No one would have thought this possible before the competition, least of all himself. Amazing.
Truly amazing.
I suppose we can have a look at... These are the results of today's competition, ladies and gentlemen. The three winners of the day, cheered by the crowd. Next time, things can turn out quite differently. We hope you'll be with us again. Mark Rafferty
And Colin Phillips.
take their leave of you.
Au revoir, goodbye, and auf Wiedersehen.
Goodbye. Today, we're in the touristic and winter sports town of Kuopio in the heart of Finland. Colin Phillips, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the big names in British ski jumping.
It's a very different experience watching the others.
Good to have you with us for another event in the Nordic tournament. The last Slovene World Cup winner was Primož Peterka at the end of the 90s. So it's high time that Slovene makes it to the top again, isn't it?
This one might make it, Mark. Let's hope he's got the right wax mixture.
Well, there was no improvement to be seen today, nor was there any deterioration. Have you ever considered a career in another discipline?
Yeah, I really do.
Which one?
Curling.
You're kidding.
No, always going up those towers is tiring. I sometimes wish I could stand on firm ground during the competition.
You're really kidding.
Should find it out.
That was not a good landing. If the captain put down his jumbo like that on the runway, there'd be riots in the cabin.
Just like down there among the public. Doesn't sound much like applause to me.
Let's have a look at the overall ranking after this fascinating competition.
Yes.
The winners' fans are cheering, but the skiers on the second and third place can be satisfied too. Hello to everyone from the northern shores of the Mjøsa Lake in Lillehammer. I have Colin Phillips with me, an institution in British ski jumping, if I may say so.
Well, let's not At least I can support my home country in this way.
The Nordic tour... Lillehammer is certainly a big name when it comes to sports, but it's a small town with only 26,000 inhabitants. Great approach run, don't you think, Colin?
Yes, it couldn't be better. He's standing perfectly on his skis. If there were style points given for the approach run, he'd get maximum score here, Mark.
Yeah, but he also had some luck with the wax mixture. He chose the right pot for these snow conditions.
And he's going down fast.
Let's have... So, this is the result of the first round. I'm certain that not all skiers will be satisfied with the ranking. The bottom 20 disappear. Visibility is poor now because of the heavy snowfall.
Well, Mark, this is real hell for a skier. He'll be half blind on his takeoff.
So far that probably no one would have thought him capable of. To me at least, this is a big surprise, especially considering his previous performances.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
I think this is worth having a... His performance is regular as clockwork this season. He's always in the top group. His practice seems to pay off.
Absolutely. He wouldn't let anyone pass him now, but on the other hand, he's not yet good enough to make the decisive step towards becoming number one.
Amazing! That was an extraordinarily smooth landing. No shakiness, no swaying. He'll get an excellent score, unless the judges are blind. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the final results for your information. I'd be glad to have you with us again next time. And many thanks to my co-commentator, Colin Phillips.
Oh, thanks to you too, Mark. Thanks for having me. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.
See you. Hello from the capital of Norway, the center of Nordic skiing. Hello from the Holmenkollen in Oslo. I'm sure that not only fans of the British team will be happy to hear.
I'm happy to be here too. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the last round in the Nordic tournament. It's going to be an exciting event. Nothing's decided yet, not even at the top. Wow, this might turn into a good flight. A takeoff to put the fear of God into his opponents. Perfect conditions for an excellent distance. Let's have a look at the first. I always find it odd that today's ski jumping heroes are here today but gone tomorrow, fallen into oblivion.
Literally.
Seriously, what do you think is the reason for this?
Well, as I said, ski jumping is a question of psychology above all. And it's even metaphysical sometimes. There's probably no other sport where the inner surface is important as ski jumping.
His performance today is not a surprise. It's neither better nor worse than the last time. He's just plugging along at the same level.
Chugging, even.
So this is an overview of the final ranking, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an exciting competition today, and that's how we like it. So see you next time. It's goodbye from Mark Rafferty.
And from me, Colin Phillips, thanks and goodbye.
Bye.